Hey Aries, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get into your reading. Please keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. If you would like me to pick up on your energy in upcoming readings, don't forget to subscribe for all upcoming content. If you have any Aries placements and are drawn to watching this, there will be a message in it for you. So we're going to be doing the spread to connect to your authentic self. But first, we are going to tap into your energy with some oracle cards. So let's take a look. What is an Aries energy, please? What do Aries placements need to know? We have the crone. And we have a gift. Beautiful. And then at the back here, we have the shadow self. Focus. Perfect. All right. So what I'm getting right off the bat here is that I feel like you could have a feminine energy, maybe a grandmother or a mother who is watching over you from the other side here. I feel like this ancestor, this guide that watches over you, I feel like they are orchestrating a plan with the universe here to bring you some sort of gift, to bring you some sort of, I heard like freedom bells, so something here that's going to lift some weight off of your shoulders. And I feel here with the shadow self, there's a lot going on internally with you guys. And in this specific card, we see her inner child, actually, it almost looks like, is reaching up to her, reaching up to the head, and then there's tears falling that make the child's arms. And then we see a bunch of shadow debris at the bottom here. So there could be an energy here of you guys really dealing with a lot of childhood trauma or just family trauma, dealing with wounds that you haven't completely dealt with. There's a lot that you're learning about yourself, and I feel like whatever this gift is for you, I feel like it is going to take some weight off of your shoulders. It's going to make you feel a little bit better than what you have been feeling. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. But yeah, and I honestly, Chiron stationed retrograde yesterday in your sign, and Chiron is the asteroid of the wounded healer. It is the asteroid where in our birth chart, this shows where we experience the deepest pain in our lives, but this is also where we can alchemize the most. We can also learn how to take this pain and heal from it and then teach others. So I feel like there's a lot with Chiron being in your sign. It's been in your sign for a while, so just moving forward, going retrograde, moving forward, going retrograde for the past couple of years, I feel like it has taken a toll on you. So you guys are feeling maybe a little drained, a little bit tired, like emotionally, spiritually, like you feel like, when is it ever going to end? There's a lot of pain, a lot of triggers that are coming up for you to deal with. But I do feel here that this spirit guide, this ancestor, watches over you. They're very protective of you, and they do want to surprise you here. So I feel like this is something that you might not be aware of, or something that you might not see coming. But let's go ahead and get into your spread. Okay. How can Aries better understand their authentic self? What part of their identity are they shedding and shifting right now? Thank you. What is a practice that could help Aries feel connected to their truest self? Thank you. And a piece of advice, please, from Aries spirit guides, from their spirit team. Thank you. All right, so overall energy here we have for you guys is the 10 of Wands. So I do feel here that you guys, going back to the shadow self card, 10 of Wands, I feel like you guys have been trying to do, if it's gonna focus, you guys have been trying to do a lot of inner work. I feel like you guys have been really like loading yourselves with a lot to do, like not only just in your personal life, but I feel like at work, you guys have been doing a lot here. You probably haven't given yourself a break. I feel like you are being told that you need to make sure that you're balancing your work-life balance a little bit better here. But when it comes to your healing journey, connecting to yourself, I feel like you guys have been really dedicated to trying to become a better person here. And I feel like in this process, you guys have faced a lot of battles, a lot of adversity, a lot of pain. You guys are definitely feeling energetically drained right now, physically drained. So I would definitely take initiative to protect your energy, to replenish your physical body with water, food, vegetables, fruits, vitamins, minerals, the sun, some water, like laying out by the water. There's something here about you guys doing a lot of work on yourselves that you should be proud of, but also making sure that you are taking enough time to rest and to process and to integrate everything that is coming through for you. So how can you better understand your authentic self? We have the Justice card. Very interesting, because this is your sister sign's energy, Libra. So I feel like what this is telling you to do here is to be a little bit more patient with yourself, a little bit more lenient with yourself as you are learning about yourself. As an Aries, you have a tendency naturally to just, like, you get these spontaneous ideas, you automatically want to do something. You're like, go, 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 I want to do it now. And if you don't get it the first time, or if you feel like you can't learn something quick enough, you kind of throw it to the side and you're like, fuck this. But I feel like what you're being guided to do instead is to be a little bit more patient with yourself. I feel like this Justice and this Crone energy is almost giving you the same energy of like your spirit team kind of looking at you and being like, go back and try again, like don't turn around yet. Like if you maybe try to throw some ideas in the trash, or if you have like a piece of artwork that you're working on and you kind of just leave it to the side, I feel like you try to turn around and your spirit team is like, don't give up yet. So I feel like what you're being told here is, yes, be more patient with yourself, but at the same time ask yourself, like, why do I feel like I need to give up so easily? Why do I feel like I'm not worth whatever this is? So there's something about that coming through for you guys, feeling like you might not feel worthy enough to have something, or like you don't, it's like you feel like you're not in the position to have something or to acquire some sort of knowledge, or you just don't feel good enough about yourself. And the Justice card comes with mastery. It comes with learning to see all perspectives, to look at the peripheral vision, to look at things from every single facet before you make a decision, to try 100 times before you give up if you have to. So I feel like this energy is coming through to remind you, like, be a little bit more patient. Don't be so impulsive. Don't give up on yourself so easily. You guys have a lot of natural talent, but your sign does have the tendency to give up easily, and that's not for everybody. Everyone has a different birth chart, so it just depends on your personality. But yeah, I feel like you guys need to be a little bit more patient with yourselves. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to learn. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's technically like the baby of the zodiac. So once you get to Libra, number 7, when you get to Justice, this is the sign of encompassing all of the 6 signs before it and mastering that, learning the lessons from that, and then moving forward. So Libra has the ability to look at every single sign. I always like to call Libra and Pisces the collective signs, because as number 7 and 12, they kind of embody all of the signs together. So there is something here about giving yourself more time to do something. So what part of your identity are you shedding and shifting right now? We have the 8 of Cups. I feel like it's the same energy. Honestly, it's like the energy of wanting to dip out in a situation if something doesn't go right the first time, or if you don't master something the first time. It's like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve this. And I feel like this has a lot to do with some emotional wounds from your childhood. I'm kind of picking up like somebody throwing a tantrum here. Maybe they were not picked for something. Maybe they didn't get first place. Maybe they didn't do as well as they thought they would do on something. And it's like, I'm just going to turn away from this and I'm never going to look back at it ever again. But what if that's something that you really enjoyed, right? Or what if it's something that if you were to acquire a little bit more skill or more practice, you would become very good at it? You would never know because you walked away from it. So I feel like what you guys are trying to release and kind of change right now, kind of shift to become a little bit better here in your life, is your ability to withstand a little bit more pressure. And I feel like that's kind of where this 10 of Wands comes in with that shadow self. It's like, how much am I willing to put into this? And if you find that you're not able to commit to something for a long enough time to see something come out of it, then maybe that's another question you have to ask yourself. Like, is this truly aligned with who I am? Is this what I want to do? Is this something that I can see myself committing to? Like I said, you guys have this natural tendency to want to jump out of a window if things are not going right. A little bit of an escapist tendency. So you have to really ask yourself, like, what is something that I can commit myself to, that I can follow to the end, like follow all the way through? I feel like you guys are starting to notice that maybe you emotionally detach from situations as well, that you kind of are a little bit disconnected from your heart. And I feel like this also comes from not truly knowing yourself, not truly believing that you can accomplish something, not seeing something to the end. So maybe you guys have a tendency here where in your past, it's like you have a lot of doors open, or you have a lot of projects unfinished because you just never came around to it, or you just kind of checked out from it. And then this kind of gives you a feeling of feeling overburdened, feeling like you're not worthy of something because you don't have anything to show for it, but you didn't really commit to it from the beginning. So I feel like you guys need to really sit with yourself and ask yourself, like, who am I? What am I good at? What do I see myself committing to all the way through? Like, there's something here about Saturn's energy coming through. The crone is Saturn energy. Saturn energy is discipline, hard work, grit, getting through something no matter how hard it is. So I feel like all of these cards are kind of working in tandem here to let you guys know that there's something in your life that I'm not sure if you guys have a natural talent for this. You could. It kind of feels like maybe you are very inclined towards something, or you really like to do something, you're really drawn towards something. Maybe you do have a natural talent for it, but maybe you're not where you want to be. And I feel like this is kind of reminding you to maybe go back to the drawing board, or go back to something that maybe you kind of left hanging, or one of those doors that you left open, because I feel like that could really teach you a lot about who you are. What is a practice that could help you feel connected to your truest sense of self? We have the Three of Swords. So again, we have Libra energy. I feel like this is coming through as facing your fears, facing your wounds. There is a lot here coming through about your triggers, your past experiences in love, your past experiences in relationships, family, any situation that hurt you, any situation that, like anyone who betrayed you, or anything you had to turn away from. So overall, there's kind of this energy of like escapism, or leaving things in the dust and never returning. I'm getting that scene from The Lion King where it's like Simba found Mufasa at the bottom of the, what was it, like the gorge, I think they called it, the gorge, where the wildebeests were, and obviously he found him dead, and he was in disbelief. He tried to wake him up, and he's crying, and then Scar comes over, and he's like, Simba's like, what do I do? And he's like, run away and never return. Like, you did this, like, this is your fault. So there's something here maybe about having all of these built up feelings of unworthiness, or maybe you were blamed for something, or maybe like someone used you as a scapegoat when you were younger. It could even be friends, it could have been anybody in your life where the blame was shifted towards you, or you were made to be the one at fault for something. So now you have this feeling of like, yeah, it's like if you don't get something on the first try, or if you're not naturally good at something, you're like, oh, like this is my fault, like it's because I suck, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. And I feel like you guys have this natural ability to, or natural tendency, I should say, to self-sabotage, like on your own accord, and to make yourselves feel bad before anyone else can make you feel bad about yourself. So I feel like what would benefit you guys here is connecting to your heart space. There's going to need to be a lot of healing done there, because I really feel like whoever I'm talking to, it's like you guys have lived your life kind of skipping past this, kind of like, yeah, maybe like looking at your heart space and acknowledging what's there, and it's like, yeah, I'll go back to that later, or whatever. I don't really need that right now. And I feel like you guys, especially with Chiron stationing retrograde in your sign until December, it's like you guys are going to be faced with something where you can't ignore it anymore. You can't turn away from whatever you're trying to shove all the way deep down in your heart space or in the back of your head. There's going to be something that presents itself to you, and you cannot run away from it anymore. So I really feel like having some sort of like healing ritual for yourself, some sort of healing practice, something for yourself that makes you feel like you can nurture yourself. I feel like you guys have a hard time with that. So maybe taking a bath, going for a walk, doing some sort of self-care routine for yourself. I'm also getting journaling. I heard it 3 times now. I don't know if I said that already. I'm also getting to visit like a professional, maybe some sort of Reiki healer, shamanic healer, sound healing, like singing bowls, anything like that, anything that can help you process and bring these things to the surface so that you can integrate them into who you are. Because I feel like your shadow side, I'm just getting like your shadow side is really like busting at the seams right now. Like your shadow is very overwhelmed with everything that you have been ignoring. a piece of advice from your spirit team. We have the Six of Swords. I feel like there's a situation in your life here that you need to move away from. Whatever that is for you, it's going to be different for everybody. I feel like, honestly, I feel like the Six of Swords and this gift come hand in hand. So for some of you, this gift is going to be like a move, or for some of you, this gift is going to be a new home, or like maybe not like the actual home, like physically, but it's like you're going to be given maybe the money or the resources or the idea to move forward away from something, because I feel like maybe your surroundings are just not conducive to healing. Your surroundings don't really mesh with you right now. Like the wavelength is off. I feel like you guys need a little bit more peace right now. There is an energy of having like a lot of chaos surrounding you. So I feel like you guys are going to be taken away from that. So definitely spend less time with situations that make you feel on edge, or like you have to defend yourself a lot here. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit on this for a moment. I'm gonna see if I pick up anything else. I kind of want to clarify the Six of Swords. Where is Aries going here with the Six of Swords? Where is Aries being taken? We have the Nine of Swords. I feel like you guys, there's something in your life here that's stressing you out a lot. And it's a situation here that you are having a hard time getting away from. For some of you, this has to do with work, recognition, again, feeling like you're worthy, good enough of something or for something. And I feel like your environment, like I said, is not conducive to whatever you're looking for, wherever you want your life to go. I feel like you guys have outgrown your environment, and there's going to be this energy here of a literal move, or like a transgression, moving away from a specific area of life and going towards something else. So it could be like changing jobs, changing relationships. It could be moving away, but it's going to be different for everybody. Yeah, I feel like you guys could be stressing about maybe where you are in your career, like status wise, or you could be stressing out about money. And I feel like there could be travel in your future for some of you guys. I'm getting the Six of Wands, the World, the Four of Wands. So yeah, for some of you, this is going to be moving. Yeah, literally. The World, Four of Wands, the Fool. This is going to be moving away towards a better situation, towards an area of the world where you feel like you can focus. Maybe you guys just don't like where you live. And I feel like you are going to be given more opportunities there. It's almost like I'm seeing like a tumbleweed kind of just like rolling through the desert. So it's like you guys feel like there's nothing left for you here. You guys feel like you're at your wit's end. And I feel like this is going to come in a gift, a form of a gift, or even in the form of just your life shifting, your life going somewhere else. It's going to be kind of redirecting you somewhere. And with the nodes recently moved into Aries and Libra, North Node is in your sign now. So this means that there's going to be a lot of movement for you guys. So whatever area of life you're feeling that is stagnant, I do feel like that's going to pick up speed. So I'm going to go ahead and close this off with some affirmations. I feel like this is very fitting for Leo season, and I feel like everybody can use some affirmations. Some of them are a little cheesy, but honestly, I'm trying to get in the habit of using more affirmations in my own life, so I feel like this will help as well. Can we get a few affirmations for Aries placements, please? Aries placements, what do they need to know? Love flows in and out of me easily and effortlessly. Oh my God, effortlessly. I don't know what is going on with me. Okay, affirmation for Aries. We have, I am creating a life I love through my thoughts, words, and actions. I am magical. Okay, and one more affirmation. Thank you. We have, all that is mine is abundantly flowing to me. Yes, so like I said, creating a life through your thoughts, words, and actions. All that is yours is abundantly flowing to you. I feel like your headspace needs to change a little bit. The way that you, like I said, like talk to yourself. There's something here still coming up about maybe feeling unworthy, or like being really hard on yourself. Maybe your inner critic is very harsh to you. But if there's anything that we know about psychology, the inner critic is never our true selves. It's usually a voice from our early childhood. So think back to when you were a kid, or when you had a very traumatic experience when you were younger, and maybe someone criticized you or someone told you that you weren't good enough. So it's not really who you are, it's just what you were told. So there's something here about needing to unlearn certain things, unlearn the conditioning that you were taught when you were little, and maybe start to look at the world in a new way. Talk to yourself in a nicer way. Tell yourself, like, instead of saying, oh, I suck at this, I'm never going to get this, tell yourself, well, maybe I wasn't in the best headspace today, I'll try again tomorrow, or I'll try again next week. Just instead of like shitting on yourself, make a way for yourself. Justice, be patient with yourself. Again, I'm getting this energy of like, don't give up so easily. Whoever this energy is to you, this feminine spirit guide, ancestor, I feel like they are rooting for you. They really want you to attain some sort of balance over not only your mental health and your emotional health, but your external life. And in order for your life to change, in order for love and abundance to come to you, in order for magic to take place in your life, it needs to happen within first. So it needs to happen in your mind first. You need to tell yourself certain things. You need to live a certain way. You need to expand to embrace the frequency of abundance. You need to learn how to understand that you are worthy of certain things. So this is what I have for you guys. And then at the back, we'll just say this one here as well, because I feel like this is going to mean something to someone. I am enough. I have enough. I am doing enough. With that 10 of Wands, some of you guys still feel like, even at your best, that you're not doing enough. But I am seeing a lot of you guys working really, really hard, but maybe just not directing that energy where it needs to go. So going back to that Justice, just realigning where you put that energy. So this is what I'm seeing for you guys. I hope I was able to connect to you in this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye.